Hey guys, it's Levi. So today I am doing this video at work because this is the only time I have time to do it. I'm a few days late because I work a lot, and trying to balance these videos on top of everything else I'm doing is a bit of a hassle, but I actually got to start testosterone a lot sooner than I thought I would. I am 3 days on T. It's pretty exciting. And today I just want to try and talk about the process for it, what all I personally did to go ahead and get started on T. So first I want to talk about in Virginia, this is the only process I really know, because I don't know much about any other state because I don't live there. But the first thing you want to do is go to a therapist. It's always best to go to a therapist that's familiar with any type of LGBT or transgender community, because you don't want to go to somebody who may not be very supportive of the topic, and you need to go until they feel comfortable enough to diagnose you with gender dysphoria. It's always best to go to somebody who's a little more knowledgeable about the subject, because they will have to write a letter of approval in order for you to start testosterone. I think it took me 4 or 5 one-hour treatments in order to be diagnosed with it so I could go to the next step. So the next step is going to be taking your letter and going to a doctor. Here in Virginia, I go to the University of Virginia. They have a department that is specifically tailored to trans people. It's also a primary care doctor. If anybody lives in Virginia needs that information, I'm more than glad to give you the information. I got my letter before I even went to the doctor for the first appointment, just because I'm pretty anal about having everything in a row ready to go. So I did that, and I took it in, and I had to get poked and prodded a lot. So you need to make sure that that's something that you are aware and comfortable with happening. They have to do an external exam of your whole body, and that is an external exam of all the uncomfortable bits too, and it might cause a good bit of dysphoria. You just have to understand that this might be something that you have to do in order to get testosterone, so be uncomfortable for a few minutes in order to, you know, get to that end goal, that thing that you've been working for so hard. The clinic is great though. I had absolutely no problems with it. The doctor was amazing, did like everything she could to possibly make me as comfortable as I can. So that was that process. I had to get my blood drawn, which is pretty normal. That's something that I think everybody has to do to make sure that your body will be okay to go on testosterone. And then the place that I personally went, they are very good at making sure that you'll be able to administer your own testosterone shots. Like, I had to watch a video, and then I had to practice on a dummy, and then I had to do it to myself in front of them, and then before they'll release me to do my own testosterone shots in 2 more weeks, I have to go back and show them again that I know how to do the testosterone shot without doing something I shouldn't. So that's pretty much everything I think happened at the clinic that day. But March 27th, that's my start of T date. So I said 3 days, it's actually only 2. Oh, my days are blurring together. Anyway, so I ran into a bit of a problem, and I guess that's just the order of steps I took. I have already had my name changed. I changed my social security card. The only thing that I haven't had a chance to update is my driver's license. So it did cause me a bit of a problem with the prescription that the doctor gave me. She put it in my dead name because that was the name that they had on file there, but my insurance card says Levi, so the pharmacy wouldn't fill it because they said that there's that discrepancy with names. So my doctor is an amazing woman and spent quite a long time on the phone with them trying to figure out what happened. So just keep that in mind if you're trying to get prescriptions. If your insurance card is what your legal name is, but you haven't updated your ID, you more than likely will not be able to fill any prescriptions. So you'll want to make sure that whatever prescription gets filled out is in your legal name, not whatever has in the system. So with that, and that's the only problem that I've really run into. I plan on getting my ID updated just as soon as I get the letter back from the DMV saying that I can change my gender marker. So things to look out for when you start testosterone. If you have any kind of health issues, or your immediate family does, you'll want to make sure that you're being honest with them, because they're just there to help you. The testosterone will raise your red blood cell count, which can increase the risk of stroke. So if you have a strong family history of strokes, then that would be something to note. Being on testosterone for long periods of time also increases your risk of heart disease to the male levels. So that's something that you'll want to, just be mindful of. It's not something that really affects many people, but if you have a history of it in your family, then it's something to be mindful of. Of course, testosterone can cause male pattern baldness, but that's a hereditary thing as well. That's a negative for some people, and for some people it doesn't really matter. Like, it's not that big a deal to me. I'll go bald if I have to. But yeah, those are the major things that you want to look out for. Also, I told you in the beginning that this would be something more about feelings than anything else, and I feel very happy, very relieved. I feel like this giant weight has been lifted off my shoulders, and my life can finally begin. This isn't something now that's, oh, well, maybe this is going to happen soon, or I don't know when this is going to happen. It's happening right now to me, and I couldn't be more excited. And this is a really big step for me, and I'm so thankful for the people in my life, my friends, my family, my coworkers, everyone that's been so supportive of me. And I just wanted to thank you guys very, very much. You'll never know how much it means to me. I think that's really all I have to say for today. This was a lot longer than I meant it to be. So everybody have a good day. Bye.